As professional athletics go, American football ranks as one of the most punishing sports. 250-pounders colliding at full speed result in bone-crushing impacts and careers that can end in a blink of an eye.
Running backs and linebackers probably take the most pounding because they're the ones that linebackers are paid to make tackles. There's a lot of collisions there. Running backs are paid to run the ball, and you're running the ball 30, 40 times a game. That's a lot of pounding you're going to take.
Millions of salary dollars are at stake every time the San Francisco 49ers take the field here at Monster Park. Steve Urbanek is their equipment manager, and it's his job to outfit and protect the players at any cost.
Ankle braces, some of the players will wear, elbow pads, forearm pads, wrist protectors. Just about any portion of the body you want protected, we can do it.
They all do a good job at keeping us safe and secure, checking our equipment, checking our pads, so that never crosses my mind.
A survey at the University of North Carolina found that 61% of former NFL players had suffered at least one concussion. To address that problem, Rydell developed the Revolution, a lighter helmet with greater shock distribution that reduces the risk of concussion by 30%.
A couple companies have worked at protecting the jaw area, which is an area that really hasn't been addressed. Front and side impacts have been addressed by the helmet manufacturers. And they also know and understand the players want to be lighter, so they've helped reduce the weight of their helmet and still provide good protection.
Back in the day, I guess they had just the leather helmets where those are the real guys, but as long as I feel comfortable, I feel secure.
Football players may sometimes look like incredible hulks with oversized shoulders, but lighter, high-tech materials have allowed shoulder pads to shrink to more compact and durable protective armor.
The shoulder pads themselves are plastic in through the body area and up in the shoulders to protect yourself. And then they put foam in with that, and there's different types of foams that can be used. Yeah, condensed foam and open foam, and then there's some new stuff out called Brock foam that's being used in the shoulder pads, which is really outstanding. You can put your hand underneath it, smack it with a helmet, and you're not going to feel it.
And it's not just protection from hard knocks. Players also need help when the heat is on. Minnesota Vikings lineman Corey Stringer died of heat stroke during 2001 training camp. His death wasn't equipment related, but it did inspire the Williams Sports Group in Florida to develop the temperature management system, or climate-controlled shoulder pads.
It just pushes air through the shoulder pads itself. It has some little piping through it, and it's just kind of helped to cool the body a little bit. There's various things you can do to cool the body down, and that's just kind of one of them.
Football is a game of specialists, with most players doing the grunt work while others bask in the limelight of the so-called skill positions. No player would ever take the field without shoulder pads, but all of them need to feel unencumbered.
You got your wide receivers that like it real small. They want it, every time they come in, make it small as possible. The linebackers, they try to go a little bit smaller as well, but you never want to sacrifice protection because, again, these are the guys that are making the poundings. They're delivering the impacts. You want to make sure their shoulders are protected as well.
You would expect those who throw, catch, or carry the ball to demand extra mobility, but even the giants battling in the trenches have a need for flexibility.
The offense and defensive linemen, they probably have some of the smaller pads on the team. They do a lot of arm motions and everything like that, ripping and swimming and, hands out blocking. So they want to make sure they have a lot of movement.
Tailored jerseys is a hidden safety key. Players want uniforms to be streamlined, not only for greater mobility, but also to address concerns of heat retention.
The fabric's gotten lighter. It's got a little more stretch to it, so it can kind of form fit around the players. You can kind of what we call size down a player and put them in a jersey that's one size too small for them, but the fabric just stretches and fits to the body.
Every equipment advance helps lead to better performances and a higher quality product for the fans. And the NFL says safety will never be compromised, especially as football becomes a faster, more physical game. For now, the well-being of football's greatest asset is in very safe hands.